Hola a todos y bienvenidos una vez más a Pensando Inglés. Hoy vamos a hablar de una historia de la Biblia, ¿ok? Y no es importante si eres religioso o no, porque esta historia está chingona, ¿ok? Está chida, ¿vale? Es la historia de David y Goliat, ¿vale? Empecemos. Today, we are going to talk about the story of David and Goliath. The story of David and Goliath. I like this story very much. I think that this story is very cool. In fact, I like this story so much that I got a tattoo. I got a tattoo of David fighting Goliath because I like it. I like it a lot. Now this story is about a war, okay? A war between the Israeli army and the Philistine army, okay? Now the Israeli army, they pray to the God of the Bible, okay? To the one God of the Bible. They pray, God, please help us. They pray to the God of the Bible, okay? Now the Philistine army, they are pagans. To be pagan means that you pray to many gods, not just to one, maybe two, maybe three, maybe five, maybe 10. They pray to many gods, okay? And the Philistine army, they think that the God of the Bible is not the real God. Now there is one soldier in the Philistine army. One soldier in the Philistine army. His name is Goliath, okay? And Goliath is a giant. It means that he's so tall. Goliath is huge. He's huge and he's strong, okay? Goliath is scary. When you look at Goliath, everybody was scared, okay? Because Goliath is so big and strong. Nobody in the Israeli army, nobody wanted to fight Goliath, okay? Because Goliath was so big and so strong, okay? He was scary, okay? Every day, Goliath would walk out and he would yell at the Israeli army, okay? At the Israeli army. Goliath would tell the Israeli army, your God is not real. He is not real, okay? He was yelling at the Israeli army. He was yelling at the Israeli army. Your God is not real, okay? He was yelling, your God is not real at the Israeli army, okay? And then he told them, send me one soldier to fight. Send me one soldier to fight, and we will end this war. We will end this war, okay? If your soldier wins, okay, you win the war. But if I win, then we win the war, okay? But there was a problem, okay? Había un problema, ¿vale? And the problem was that nobody in the Israeli army wanted to fight Goliath. Who would want to fight Goliath? He's huge, he's strong, okay? He's a giant. Nobody wanted to fight Goliath. One day, there was a young man walking by. A young man was walking by, okay? His name was David. His name was David, okay? David was not a soldier. No. David was not a soldier. He was a shepherd, okay? David was a shepherd. A shepherd is a person who takes care of sheep, okay? David was not a fighter. He was not strong. He was not tall, okay? David was small. He was small. He was young, hoven, okay? David was not a soldier. But when David heard Goliath shouting. He heard Goliath shouting. When he heard Goliath yelling things like, "Your God is not real," David was mad. David was mad. He did not like to hear Goliath yelling and saying that David's God was not real. Okay? Okay? And David said, I want to fight him. Okay? So David went to the king. Okay? David went to the king of the Israelis. And David told the king of the Israelis, I want to fight Goliath. I want to fight Goliath. Well, the king, he looked at David and he said, You are too small. You're too small and too weak. You are not strong, okay? You're not strong. You're not a soldier. You cannot fight Goliath, okay? But David said, yes, I can. Yes, I can, because our God will give me strength, okay? He will give me strength, and he will help me to beat Goliath, okay? Our God will help me. He will help me to fight, and to beat Goliath, okay? And the king said, Vale, cabrón. Vale, cabrón, ¿quieres pelear? Órale, okay? Okay, the king said, okay. I am going to give you, David, I'm going to give you my armor, and my sword. I'm going to give you my armor, and my sword, okay? So that you can use them to fight Goliath, okay? But when David put it on, he put the armor on, and he picked up the sword. It was too big and too heavy. It's too heavy, okay? He could not move in it. He couldn't move. He could not move or fight because the armor was too big, okay? So David did not put on armor. But Goliath had big armor, okay? Big, strong armor. He had armor. He had a spear, a shield, and a sword. Okay? How scary. Que miedo. How scary. Okay? Now what weapon did David use? Did he choose a sword? Did he choose a spear? No. No. David took a sling and five stones. He took a sling and 5 stones. That's it. Is David crazy? No. David had faith. Okay? David had faith. And when Goliath saw David with no armor, with no sword, no shield, He laughed. Ha 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 ha. You are a little boy. You are little. You are little and you don't have a sword. You don't have a shield. You don't have armor. You cannot beat me. Yeah. Goliath told David, you cannot beat me. No way. You cannot beat me. I am too strong, okay? But David, he shot his stone at Goliath, and the stone hit Goliath, hit Goliath, it hit him in his head. And Goliath fell. He fell. Okay? Goliath fell. So David walked up to Goliath and he cut off his head. He cut off Goliath's head with Goliath's own sword. With Goliath's sword, David cut off Goliath's head. He cut off his head and he showed it to the Philistine army. He showed it. Mira, cabrones, mira! Okay, he showed it to the army. He showed the head to the Philistine army, and they all ran in fear. They ran because they were scared. They ran away, okay? So David, he won the battle for the Israeli army. He won because he had faith. He won because he had faith, and he believed that his God would give him strength, okay? And he did. David won. Okay. Now this story is awesome. I think that this story is awesome because it's a story about faith and believing in yourself, okay? If you have faith and you believe in yourself, there is nothing that you cannot do, okay? If you believe and you have faith, you can do anything, okay? Y eso es porque me gusta esta historia, ¿vale? Como siempre, muchas gracias por ver y nos vemos pronto.